Hey, what's going on? Excited here. In this video, we are going to talk about webinar funnel. So webinar funnel is one of the best way you can use on the internet to generate more lead and close more high ticket sale, right? So because on the webinar, you can interact with the speaker, you can ask questions. So the feeling of being live is what makes webinars so powerful, right? So on the webinar funnel, you can easily sell anything from around $497 to $2,000. So that's pretty powerful, right? So how do we design our webinar funnel? So there are 4 pages you need for your webinar funnel. The first page is your register page, right? So you want to show up what's the topic here, and you want to show the date, who's the speaker, and what's the benefit of showing up, right? So after they register, you can send them to a thank you page. So the thank you page, you can have a video say, hey, thanks for signing up. So then you want to list the date here. Then you want to have them add the date to their Google Calendar as a reminder, right? Then before the webinar, you can send them a series of email to remind them to attend the webinar. And also you want to talk about what's in it for them to attend the webinar, right? So you want to say what they're going to discover in the webinar. You want to sell them to show up, because most time when people sign up for a webinar, they will forget it. So that's the reason why before the webinar, you still want to send them the series of email. And so by the time of the webinar, you want to send them an email and ask them to attend the webinar. So the webinar can be a live webinar or it can be a pre-recorded webinar. So if it's pre-recorded, that's what we called Evergreen webinar, right? So, but even though it's pre-recorded, you still have to design the page in a way that feels like a live webinar, right? So because the feeling of being live is what makes webinars so powerful. So after the webinar, you want to send them another emails to those who haven't attended yet, right? So you want to send them to the replay page. Also, you can send the replay to people who already attended, right? So the reason why is because sometimes they want to review the content. So you want to send them a link to the replay, right? And also you want to send them a series of email and to ask them to check the replay. Because sometimes people will not open this email. That's the reason why you want to send them a series of email. So if you are doing an Evergreen webinar, then these 2 pages can be identical. Or you can have a countdown timer on the page. So you can say, hey, this video is expiring soon, right? So you give them some urgency to finish watching the video. Then also you can send them a series of emails, say, hey, the offer I mentioned at the end of the webinar is expiring soon. So you give them some urgency to check your offer as well. So that's the power of webinar funnel. As you can see, you can easily use this to sell high ticket item. So that's the reason why you want to use webinar funnel. You need 4 pages, registry pages, thank you pages, live webinar pages, and also the replay pages. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you soon in the next video.